Well, what made me decide to write poetry is the fact that I received a diagnosis of mild autism back in April of 2016. Growing up in childhood was to keep a journal, keep a diary, write down your events. And I didn't think that any of that stuff was relevant until I began to keep a journal. Later on in life is where I began to really write down my thoughts and my feelings, and that's essentially my poetry, my thoughts, my feelings, my reactions to the world around me. Legally Blind, Letters from Amanda is sectioned off into 4 parts: disability, love, nature, and religion. The hardest section for me was the love section, because many of my personal feelings and lustful feelings and feelings of despair and resentment went to addressing these feelings, and of course, like hearing, well, what is my fiance going to say when he reads this? The easiest one to write about for me was the religion section, because I felt that God called me to write letters to Him, and or prayers rather, but in the form of letters. After my diagnosis of autism, there was a short period of time where I felt that I couldn't pray. So instead I wrote. I never thought that I would, for instance, be writing poems about nature. I was like, I don't hike, I don't camp, but as I was sending off some of my poems to some of my friends, I would get responses saying that, you know, this poem that you wrote here about the snowstorm, it's so beautiful. And, you know, the interesting thing about growing up in California, I mean, we don't experience snowstorms, at least not where I'm from. I think this has helped me definitely change for the better, because writing poetry has helped me to become very honest, whereas I was concealed, you know, a year prior to this, where I just wouldn't necessarily express what my feelings were until I began writing, where I was able to express any and everything that I was going through at that time and anything I was feeling. People should buy my book because they'll be surprised at how I tackle certain issues through my poetry, and they might even be surprised at the fact that another question that I get quite often was, what classes did you take to begin writing poetry? And when I answered none, they're really surprised. So go buy Legally Blind, Letters from Amanda. I think it is a pretty awesome book, and I'm not just saying that because my picture's on the back, and I'm not just saying that because it has my name in the title. So let's go out and buy Legally Blind, Letters from Amanda.